Hey, what's up? I'm Saul Gonzalez, and I'm very proud to announce my YouTube channel. I'm not sure where this channel is going to go, but all I know is that I wanted to start a channel, and I'm very proud of doing this. So I hope everyone enjoys it. I am from California, and I was born in Bellflower and lived in Norwalk for most of my life. And I want to say around 13 or 14 years old. My family moved to a place called Moreno Valley, but a couple of years before we moved, my parents decided to get a divorce. At this time, it was really confusing just because, everyone is just always looking out for the kids that are involved in the divorce. And so many people were telling us like, it's okay, this is normal. I always just felt distant from everyone and just confused. Even as a 9-year-old, I remember being confused and I did not know what was going on. And just people were always telling me just to like, it's okay, be happy, be happy. But I mean, I was 9. My mom, being a single mom now with 4 kids, it's very hard to support that many kids and yourself. And so we were very poor. I'm talking like dry poor. I remember we would live in multiple shelters just because we didn't really have much of an income. I could only imagine what my mom was going through. Despite all the heartache and how difficult that time was for her and even for us, I remember always being happy though. Like she always showed her love towards us and for each other. We were always unified, and I will never forget that. My mom was really good in keeping us happy. Going to shelter, it was almost like an adventure. It was fun. But I mean, that's for a 9-year-old that didn't really know what was going on. I could only imagine what my mom was going through. Eventually, my mom finally did get a steady job where she was able to save and eventually get a house for us. So yeah, she rented a house, and man, even as a kid, I did recognize the difference from living in this little room or a little place or shelter and going into a home now. Like your home, like your sanctuary or whatever you want to call it. Man, it was so nice. We were even happier than before. And so that was a really awesome time, and I'm really proud of my mom for doing everything that she did just to keep us going, kept us fed, had a roof over our heads, we were always warm, everything was great. And so I take my hat off to you, Mom. Growing up, I had these 5 different things that I would always do to keep me going and just had a really positive effect in my life. Those were friends, my church, music, movies, and video games. Growing up poor, even when my mom had a home for us, there were still a lot of things that we couldn't afford. My friends and their awesome, sustainable families, when they were 16, they got their license and they got a car, those little things, I had such awesome friends that did not judge me for being poor. They would always include me. So anything to do with like money or like going out to eat or going to a movie or whatever, they would always be there and they would always support me just to keep me included. I value my friends. I love my friends. I don't know where I would be without them. The church has another big impact in my life. I mean, the church is where I met most of my friends. The church that we're a part of is the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, or LDS, or some people call us Mormons. I'm very proud of being LDS or Mormon. Like, even when we're poor, they would always support us through like, offering food or, whatever, anything. Just the church was always there for us. Man, the church literally saved our lives. Music. Oh, ever since I can remember, I would always listen to music. I remember I had this like little cheap tape deck or CD player. I would just lock myself in my room and just listen to cool music. And I would always vision myself playing the drums one day and just in front of a huge crowd, being a part of an awesome band, listening to music. Music has always been a good influence in my life. Video games. So say what you want about video games. You can say, oh, it's for kids, it's a waste of time, whatever. Like, I love video games. Video games has been with me for a long time, and it's kept me happy. That's the important thing, is that it's kept me happy, and it's also connected me with my friends. So like right now, like I'm away from all my friends and my family, besides only just by calling them or texting them. This is my other way of connecting with them and hanging out with them is through playing online. I enjoy it, so I don't care what everyone thinks about video games or what they envision when someone's, you know, has a remote in their hands, but it's fun and I love it, and I'm not ashamed of that. Movies. So don't let this picture fool you because it looks a little depressing and we're just like, we have no lives. But I just want to emphasize that movies was a positive part of my life. And, you know, the way like these stories were told in a ways to give me hope or motivation, and man, I love movies. Anyone that knows me knows that, you know, film is just a big part of my life as well. I love film. I can talk about it all day. So, you know, growing up as, you know, LDS, at a certain age, we are expected to go on a mission. It's not forced upon, so just, you know, let me emphasize that. It is not forced. I decided to go on a mission when I was 20 years old, and I was called to serve in St. Louis, Missouri. And this mission also had a huge chunk of Illinois. And it was so fun. I love my mission, and I'm really proud of those 2 years that I served. After my mission, I came back home. I decided to move to Utah, and now I'm here. And I was able to meet my super amazing, beautiful wife, Rachel. And we did get married, and we are now settled here in Utah. Growing up poor, I always had to work for myself. I never had time for school because I had my own bills and things to work on. And, you know, I'm 26 years old now. We now are in a place where my wife can support both of us, and where I can go to school now and get my GED so I can start going to college. I'm very excited for that. I'm really proud of my wife. I'm really proud of where we are now. I can't wait to, you know, see where this takes us. I am a huge believer of this American dream. No matter what age you're at, you can totally obtain it as long as you work your butt off. You know, so for all those that are younger than me, older than me, same age as me, you can totally do it. I believe in that. And I am very excited. And so this is my story, and I hope you guys enjoy it.